Hello and welcome to Flower Friday.
Hey there.
My name's Amanda.
I'm Sherry.
And we are the mother-daughter designers at Monroe Home, where we help you transform the ordinary home into an extraordinary home.
We sure do. And today we've got a summer welcome wreath we're going to be making.
Yep. And I am excited about this one
too.
because I want to show y'all this welcome sign.
Isn't that adorable?
Isn't it so cute? And we're going to show you how we attached it to our wreath in just a minute.
That's right.
So we have this really cute welcome sign. We have some greeneries that we're going to be using. We've got some fern that we're going to use.
Right.
We've also got some of the button fern as well that we're going to add in there. And we have got, what else do we have?
We've got sunflowers and daisies, little pink daisies, and ranunculuses, and just all kinds of things that we're going to be using. So it is going to be full and beautiful.
It is. So for this wreath, we are using a 14-inch wreath base. You could really make it on any size, but for this sign, I think 14 is best. 14 or 16-inch would probably be the best size for that. I'm going to go ahead and start making our bow. But before I start, I want to let you guys know that our Design with the Pros Club is open for new members. So if you are not already a member, we would love to have you join us.
We sure would. We have so much fun in there, and we have a lot of a variety of people as members. We've got some that have just started making wreaths, some that's never made a wreath. So we welcome everybody, and we just teach you at the level that you come in at. So we would love to help you learn how to make gorgeous designer wreaths.
Yeah, and so, whether you are new to wreath making or you're a veteran wreath maker and you just kind of want some new designs, new motivation, we teach you exactly step by step how to make designer quality wreaths. And for those of you who would like to turn your hobby into a career, possibly, we also teach you how to sell those wreaths that you make. So
that's right.
I will post a link to our Design with the Pros Club in the comments. Y'all check that out. If you are already a member, let us know in the comments what you love about the club.
That is right.
I'm going to go ahead real quick and get started with our bow. I am using a Bow Dabber bow maker for this, and I have some really pretty ribbons today.
Love these ribbons.
This one matches our sign just perfectly. I love that ribbon. And look at our sign.
It's perfect.
Perfect for it. So we've got that. We have some just pink. It's a velvet pink ribbon, hot pink. This is a 1.5 inch. And then we have a 1 inch of the orange that has the hot pink on the other side, which I love this. This is value ribbon actually at Craft Outlet.
Yes.
Very inexpensive, but it's fantastic quality.
It is.
All right. So I'm going to make a stacked bow, a 10 loop stacked bow. I've already got my tails cut here. They are cut about 20 inches and they're all the same length. I'm going to go ahead and use my 26 gauge floral wire and just cut a long piece of wire. So it definitely feels like summer here today.
It does.
It is hot today. We've had so much rain the past several weeks.
Amanda, tell them about your heartbreak.
Oh, I know. Like, we've had so much rain that it pretty much has drowned my garden. But I have been able to save some of it.
Yes, she was so upset. They had been gone for a little vacation and came home, and I had not told her. I had been checking in on the garden, but I hadn't told her because I didn't want her to not have a good time, while they were gone. But yes, it was kind of too much rain.
Yeah, a little too much. But I will say it's dried up today. It's been sunny, and it looks a little bit better today.
Oh, good, good. I am happy to hear that.
And those of you who have a vegetable garden, I'm sure what I'm talking about. But y'all let us know in the comments what the weather is like where you're at and when you're watching this video.
I always love hearing that.
I have my floral wire down into the Bow Dabber, and I'm going to go ahead and put my tails in. Now, I do stack these widest to thinnest. I'm going to put them all in together and just push them down just like that. Again, with the stacked bow, you always want to start with your widest ribbon. This is a 2.5 inch. I'm going to put my pattern side face down, and I've got about an inch or so over here on my left hand side. I'm going to make a loop, about a 5-inch loop, twist, and make another loop. This is not going to be a huge bow. It's just going to be a little accent bow. So I have a little extra of this, so I'm just going to cut that off because I don't need all that. I just pull them up like this to measure and make sure that they are even. Now I'm going to go in with my pink ribbon. So I'm just doing 2 loops of the checked ribbon. I'm going to put the velvet side face down. And I'm going to step down about 1 inch with this one.
I think we did 4 loops.
I
You
did
said 2.
Well, I did 2 of the checked. And I'm going to do 4 of
right.
the pink.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I may have
4 of the pink and 2 of
heard
the
wrong
checked.
there.
So I'm going to go ahead and pull up and make sure they're even. And then twist. Make my loop there. And all of these pink ones are going to be the same size. So I've stepped down, but all of the pink ones are the same. All right, I'm going to cut that off. So I do have 4 loops of the pink. Yeah, there we go. Okay, and now I'm going to add in the orange, which I just love this.
I love
I know
that.
if you've watched me use this before, I always talk about how much I love it. And we've got it in different colors too. It's like they have one that's pink with a lime green.
Yes.
And this one is the orange with a hot pink.
And it is, you get a lot for your money with this one.
Straighten out. All right. So I'm going to put my orange side face down. And I'm going to step down again about another inch. So you're stepping down with every ribbon. Twist. Make my next loop. I'm going to pull it up, make sure they're even. Twist and make 2 more loops.
Those colors just pop.
Yeah, I love these colors for summer. I don't know if y'all can see this, but I don't know where these scissors came from. You must have
Your
gotten
mama
this.
bought them, yes.
But they match our sign today.
They do. Isn't that cute?
They're new.
Yep, they are brand new.
I just saw them here.
I wondered when you were going to notice them. You hadn't said anything.
I just realized they were there. So this is what it looks like in the Bodabra, and I'm going to take it out of the Bodabra, but you just want to make sure always, if you're using a Bodabra, that you keep a thumb right there in the center as you're pulling up. So you've got tension. You're pressing down on the ribbon as you're pulling up on your wires. But see, even when I change hands, I've still always got my fingers there just to make sure that those ribbons don't go flying. So I put the 2 ends through the loop, pull up, and then take it all the way out of the Bodabra. I'm going to open those up, flip them around back, and then twist. Twist, twist, just to make sure that my loops are secure. So this is what it looks like right out of the Bodabra, and now we have to fluff. And to do that, you just put your hand in the loops and just adjust them wherever you want. So just pull them. Like I said, this is not a huge bow, but we're incorporating all those pretty colors.
I love those colors together.
All right.
So pretty.
So do you want to tell them how we attached the sign real quick before I put the bow on?
Yes.
Okay.
What we did, we used our 26 gauge floral wire, and you can get this anywhere just about, you know, Hobby Lobby, Michael's. We get it from Walmart just because that's my favorite kind. But we, and Amazon has it also. But we just use that. I actually drilled holes in the side here on each side, and then just use that wire to push through and twist it real good around the back so that it is on good.
All right, so now I'm going to attach my bow, and it's going to be over here, I'd say about 7 o'clock. Yeah, about 7. It's down towards the bottom a little bit.
Bottom corner.
And I'm just wrapping it around the Grapevine wreath base, making sure that it's on there really snug.
It just goes with that sign perfectly.
Sure does. Perfect. Love those colors.
I do too.
All right.
Okay, so the first thing we're going to do now that we've got our bow on, let me pull this up here where y'all can see, we are going to green our wreath. So we're going to start, we're using this fern to start with. So I'm just, and I am using my Grace Monroe home glue skillet. So I just dip about an inch of glue or so, maybe, yeah, about an inch, I guess, of the stem. And then I'm just going to come right up here at the top and bring that just like that.
You have to be careful with this. I should have moved it. I should have scooted it before we turned it on.
Oh,
But that's
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so be careful if you're trying to move it around while it's hot. Always be careful. Okay, so now I've put one at the top, so I'm going to make my cross. And this is a technique that we use just about every time. Once in a while, we'll do something a little different, but now I'm going to find two pieces of my fern that's not as long as those two. And I'm going to put those on the side here. I'm just pulling off the bottom leaves. Put that one right there. And this one on this side. So now we've got our cross, so we're just going to fill in. I'm trying to get that in there right where I want it.
Those ferns that we used on the top and bottom, they are long.
They are long, aren't they?
I might need to cut mine
I'll
off.
have to cut this one off a little bit because I can't get it to go in right where I want
They're
it.
really long ferns.
Yes, they are, aren't they?
I know that recently on one of our videos on YouTube, somebody asked me like why I don't use an easel. And there's really a couple reasons for that. The basic reason is because we don't have enough room.
Yes.
Really?
That's the real reason, yeah.
Right here in our little area where we make our videos. But that's okay because also the other reason, a lot of you don't have easels. And we kind of want to show you that you can do them either way.
Mm-hmm.
You can make them flat, and now that I do this, and I've done this for years, I prefer to make them flat on the table.
She really does.
Just,
now I have to have it where I can see it. Everybody is different,
Mhm.
so whatever works best for you. But for years she did it on an easel until she, we did it like this so that people could see.
And now I'm just in a habit, so I just keep doing it.
Now,
So really, just do whatever works for you.
Yes. Now I'm just filling in, so I've used two of my smaller, shorter a little bit, leaves there, and I'm going to use my longer ones because these are all different colors. And I tell you, these came from one of the, garlands.
Yeah.
One of the garlands from Michael's that has all the different greeneries in it. It's got several different ferns. They had them on sale, so I stocked up. That's a good time. And then you just cut it off of the garland, and you've got greenery to use. So now I'm going to put these down at the bottom.
So you'll know we call this greening our wreath. We do this with essentially every wreath that we make. Even if we make a crescent style, we always start with the greenery. I think I've got mine placed.
Yeah, so I'm just going to leave that one right there. And now I'm going to come around because we're working from the outside in right now, but the outside's going to have three different things. So we're starting now with our other fern. What's this called again?
Well, it's got a few different names.
I know. We've always called it sawgrass, but I think it's listed as bead grass.
Bead grass or button grass.
So I'm just going to put one at the top and one at the bottom, and then I'm literally going to just kind of put them all around. This is just giving you that dimension. When you add more than one greenery, it just kind of gives you a lot of that dimension that we're looking for.
And this wreath is kind of heavy on the greenery.
Mm-hmm.
It's the style we're going for with this
Yes, it is. Really, you're just going to see the fern kind of peeping out around the longer fern around the big grass.
I have one more piece here, but I think I will save it
Yeah.
for a little bit later.
This one just right here in the center.
I love black and white. Pops of black and white
I do too.
in wreaths is just like, it's perfect. For especially summer and Halloween,
Mhm.
like fall, that time of year. I love black
I
and
know.
white.
I do too. Okay. So yes, I am going to save my other piece too. I'm just kind of pulling these around, make sure they're exactly where I want them.
This is a cool greenery.
Mm-hmm. And
Really
yes,
great filler.
it's yellow, but it's a greenery, so we are using it. And I'm just going to pull these apart. See how they actually come
Yeah,
apart.
they're actually on several.
Yep, they are, aren't they? So
I keep them like two.
that's what I was going to do, just keep maybe 2 apiece. This one may have to have 3 because it's, see, or 4 actually.
Oh, yeah.
That
I
one.
think I might have. I don't know if
I don't know either. We're going to put it all around. It's not going to, it's really not going to make a difference once we get it on there. We need to take my tag off.
So what are y'all working on?
Yes, if you're a wreath maker, what are you making?
We would love to see your design. So if we have
Mhm.
inspired you to create something, whether it's a wreath or a floral design or anything else, bow, an arrangement, y'all post it on our Facebook page or DM us on Instagram. Because
Yes,
we
we would love to see it.
love to see those. All right, so I'm just going to go ahead and start
Mm-hmm.
dipping that in the stem in the glue. and
Yes,
just
I was
put
trying to figure out a way to use the grass, but I don't. It just falls right off, doesn't it?
Yeah, I threw my
So
grass.
I think, yeah, I
to
don't
the
think we're
side.
going to be able to use the grass. So I think we're just going to have to go with just the yellow.
These are those really flimsy stems too.
But that's okay because this one's going to kind of just do its own thing. And that's what we're going for. That one is
And it's
kinda
another
hard.
layer
Yes.
to add some texture, add some dimension.
It is, and these are those foam stems, so you may have to work with them a little bit, but they do look so pretty when you get them in it. So just like I just had to re-glue that a little bit to get it like I needed it. There you go.
I will say they do shed a little bit though.
They do.
The little foamy
Mhm.
balls
They
stick a
do.
little bit.
Yep, they do shed.
But they still give us that perfect pop of yellow. So I'm not
Just what we're looking for.
This is where I am at so far.
See how pretty. She is getting ahead of me.
I'm just adding in, just layering it in.
Yep. I love this yellow.
Yeah, I love this color yellow.
I
It's
do
really,
too.
it's a good shade of yellow.
It definitely is.
I need to add these. I think I'll wait on these last two that I have here.
Yeah. Did you get them all the way around the outside?
Yeah, I did, but I've got 2 extra. So I'm just going to put those to the side. I actually kind of have a small wreath.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they say 14 inches.
Yes, but it's more like 12. It
It's
looks like it's so tiny.
14, you know, it's a range, I think, when they make these wreaths.
I think that's exactly.
So mine's kind of on the small side, but it worked.
Just putting this all the way around. Put one more over here.
We've got these really pretty sunflowers from Amazon that we're going to be using too.
I love those sunflowers. I think they are such nice quality. They come not on a bush, they're just the individual stems, and the stems are really long, but they just end up so pretty, I think.
Like this one right here was cut off. The stem's probably that long.
Yeah.
The way they come.
Okay, I'm going to save my rest of these so that at the end, wherever I need those, I can put those. So now we're going to start. Amanda's already got her sunflowers because that's what she knows me. That's what we're going to start with.
And
They
I
just
love
really,
sunflowers.
I even like the leaves on them. They're not, you know, fancy, but they just, I like the colors and all. I just think those are so pretty. Okay, the first one I'm going to bring just up here in the top. I just probably made myself bleed, so we'll see. Jab my finger. We're just going to have that. You see, I've kind of got it aimed towards Amanda. So, because I don't want it facing straight on, I want it kind of looking out at her a little bit. Whoops. Okay. Yes, let me grab a Band-Aid. Hold on just a second. Fortunately, I have Band-Aids just for such a time as this.
I know. Those of you who have watched us
You know that
week after week for, years now, you've seen us have all kinds
We're
of
either going to burn
injuries back here.
or,
It's just part of
it is.
it, right?
And you know what? Just being able to do this is worth it.
Yeah.
It is worth it.
Yeah. It's a little cut and burn every now and then.
Every now and then you get a little something, but I wouldn't trade this for anything.
It is worth it.
So now I've got that one there. I'm going to put one in the bottom, but I'm going to have that one aimed a little more towards the other side. That's why I'm leaving my stem long so that I can kind of bend it and get it in place right where I want it.
So those really long stems come in handy.
They really do, don't they? It is very important. Put this one just right in here on the side. This one on this side. And this one I am going to put on the inside of my bow, just like that. So it's not holding for me. Put some more glue. There we go. there we are. So now let's add some of our other flowers. I think I will start with my ranunculuses. I think there they are. I couldn't find my clippers.
Oh, they're hiding from you.
Yep.
So when we're making wreaths, we typically start with our biggest flower first.
We do.
So in this case, it was the sunflower.
Yes.
And that we call our focal flower.
They are the ones that go in first because they are the most, to me, the most important flower because they are the focal.
They're the star, right?
Yeah.
The
Yep,
star
they're
of the
star
show.
of the show. Okay, so I'm just putting the ranunculus right there. Another one on this side. And you see, when you keep your stems long, you also get that movement from the flowers because they, you know, that you don't want them just stuck to the grapevine and then they don't move. And I like the way they kind of, you know, this one kind of aimed this way. You can do that, but you can't if you cut the stems off. So
Yeah.
that is the.
Hey, and you know, the way I like to think about it, keep them long because you can always trim them if
Yes,
they're too long.
always.
But, I mean, it's really hard to put them back if you cut them too short.
Exactly.
So typically, you know, we talk a lot about this in design with the Pros Club. We usually will keep them about 6 inches long, give or take. Sometimes, you know, depending on the design. I mean, that's not a hard and fast rule, but, you know.
It's about that.
Yeah.
Because you just want to make sure that you've got plenty of room to move them around. Otherwise, we don't want to stick.
Yeah, some of them are hard to get in
Yeah,
there.
there we go. Yeah, sometimes you have to take things out and reposition it, but that's all part of it. You'll get it like you want it. That will come out just a little bit. There we go. These colors just pop.
I love pink and yellow together.
I do too. I do too. I'll use some of my little pink daisies now.
These are actually from a stem.
Aren't they pretty? From Greenery Market. Yeah, I love these. It seems like I remember that they had a couple of different colors.
Well, we have them in yellow over there, I think. Pretty sure we have
Yeah,
yellow.
I think we did. Yeah. I'm just going to kind of sprinkle these around.
These are cool because they just pop.
They do.
So they really, you know, you're going to put them in, they're going to kind of go wherever they want to.
They are, but I love that because they're just so neat looking. They look like real daisies.
We're going to add some orange in here too, though.
Yes.
Not just going to be pink and yellow.
No, we got some more coming.
Though, if you wanted to, you know,
Yes,
just
you
do it
could.
pink and yellow.
Yeah, and I love these stems too because they've got different size, you know, daisies. They've got some that are the big ones like this, but then they've got a lot of the little ones too. I always love it when I can get different sizes. Okay, I'm going to save these and put some more of those around, but I want to put some of my orange. And these are little marigolds. I think, where did I get these? I think I got these from Greenery Market too.
Yeah, I think we did.
So I'm just going to fill in. And now these are on a stem that, just so you know, they're going to do exactly what they want to. So you may not get them to go, you know, perfectly where you want them because they're on this very interesting wire-looking, kind of flexible stem. They are so pretty. Just kind of let them do their own thing.
Let them go where they want to.
Yep, wherever they want to. That is fine. They sure do pop in this, though.
They do pop. They can be a little frustrating, though.
They can, because
So
you can't,
just, if you get them, just know.
But I promise you, to me, they're worth it. Even though they can be a little aggravating.
They have almost like this little straw
It's like a little plastic
stem
inside that's, yeah. But they definitely, they really look real.
Yeah, the flowers.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's a yellow one. I just realized I have yellow too.
Yes, we've got yellow and orange.
I forgot about that. I think they come in pink.
They do. And purple.
Oh yeah, we had all
We
those.
had them in purple, yeah. Daisy's falling. Stay where I put you. Don't everybody talk to the flower?
Not cooperating. Huh?
No. We got to behave. Stay right where I put you.
These flowers have a mind of their own.
They really do. But they are worth using because they are pretty. Just go with the sign so good.
Love that sign.
I do too. These just go so well with it. Cut this one off. It's not cooperating. So I'm gonna cut it shorter. Get in there.
Have you added in your little yellow ones? Yeah, you've started, so I'm going to go ahead and add mine too.
Yep, I've added. I'll put that orange one right up in there. Get it to stay.
Got a couple more daisies.
I got all mine, and I got some more of the little. I'm gonna put some of these pink ones in. Just fill it up with the pretty daisies.
Lots of pretty wildflowers in this one.
And they just go with the sign so well. I'm gonna put that little bud in there. Just right in here. Look how cute that looks. Yeah. See how I put the little bud? It's just cute. I'll do the same thing with this little bud on the other side.
The sign does have a little bit of blue in it. Well, kind of like a teal.
Kind of like just a teal.
Teal blue. If you
And
wanted
you
to
could
add
those, yes. You could add some of that.
just a
I'm
little
gonna
bit.
get my little yellow and put that in, and then bring that just right in here, just like that. This one on this side.
Did we ever say where the sign's from? Because I don't know that we did.
The
actually.
sign, where did I get the sign? I think it was Craft Outlet, if I'm not mistaken. I'm pretty sure it was Craft Outlet.
Just check the comments for the
Yeah.
link.
We'll put the
We'll
link,
find out.
but I believe that's where I got that one.
All of a sudden, I realized that I don't think. We
Yes,
did.
I didn't even think about that, but I don't think we had. I had not put my little, I don't know exactly what these are, but they're cute, so I'm gonna add them. One, just right in here.
I love how it just looks like the flowers are just popping out right
It
at you.
does. So now what I want to do is I'm going to add some eucalyptus. And this is just the eucalyptus from Hobby Lobby. You could use any kind of greenery that's kind of like this. Any of them. You could use boxwood or anything like that. But I am partial to the eucalyptus. I'm just going to be sprinkling this all over anywhere that has like a little space that I need to fill up. You just want to make sure if you use something like this to fill in, you don't want to put a lot at the top and not hardly any at the bottom. You've got to have it kind of equally all around. It just kind of helps all the flowers stand out by adding it.
And I did get a little bit of glue on my side.
I did
do
too.
that, just take your hand and rub it lightly, and if it's just, most of the time the glue will just come right off.
It will, yeah.
If you have some that won't, you can usually use the hair dryer on low and get the rest off. Because I got a little heavy-handed with my glue over here.
I can't imagine you getting heavy-handed with glue.
No.
Not you. Anybody that has watched us knows that Amanda glues stuff in good. It is never coming out again.
My
when
thing
she
is,
glues it.
If somebody gets a wreath that I made, I want it to...
It's going to be there forever.
Yes. It's going to be... The flowers are going to be glued in there. They're not coming out.
I used to fuss about it just because when we were doing so much selling of just selling the wreaths instead of teaching, I would go behind it. We had employees, you know, so I'd go behind each one and make sure. But if I ever had to come to hers and try to take something out and reposition it, ooh, you couldn't get it out.
Well,
she glued it good.
You know.
But that's how she is. She does everything to her very best.
That's right.
And that's great.
That's right.
Yep. So you never have to worry if you get one of hers.
Yeah. It'll be in there.
It's going to be in there good.
Don't expect to take it out. That's for sure.
Yeah. We're just sprinkling this around wherever we've got holes, and then I've got a few of my little daisies left that once I get this in, a lot of times if you go ahead and put your last greenery in, go ahead and get it in, then you can see some places that you really need to add a flower. So I always like to do that right towards the end, but so that I do have a few left over that I can add if I need to.
And how much of this you'll need really is just going to depend on how many flowers you use and how much space you have open.
Yes, and and the size of your wreath.
The size of your wreath, for sure. So if you've got a smaller wreath, you may not need as much of a compact greenery. And if you don't want to use the compact greenery, you could use a compact flower.
Yes.
You could use, you know,
baby
a
spread.
filler flower. Yeah.
Something like that, like baby spread. It's going to do the same thing as the greenery. And I know people tell us all the time when they join Design with the Pros Club that the biggest issue they have is the greenery, how to know which greenery. So when you join, you will get a bonus tutorial that talks all about greenery.
It's actually a master class.
Yes, it is a master class, that's right. And it's all the greenery.
Yeah, I do think that probably questions about greenery
is one of our number one.
Yeah, I think so when it comes to making wreaths and the importance of greenery, because I was the type of person at first when I started designing, I did not want to use a lot of greenery. I wanted to use a lot of flowers. I like the flowers. But over the years, because we started making wreaths and selling them in 2007, so over the years I realized the true importance of greenery and how it can take your wreath from, you know, a good wreath to designer quality.
Right.
You know.
The greenery makes, I know people think it's the flowers. It's not. the greenery is what makes all the difference in that. It really, truly is. The flowers are important, of course, but the greenery makes it. It is very important. Okay, so I am going to add a few more of my daisies.
Oh yeah, that's turning out really cute.
I know, I love these colors. And it just really makes the sunflowers pop.
Yeah.
All the other colors. On the other side.
So I always like to take my wreath and just pull it and position it, tug on it, make sure everything is in there secure. And if I didn't put enough glue, add a little extra.
She'll add some more. And this is the time too, once you get everything in, then you can take some of the outside flowers and kind of just, or greenery, and kind of pull them around so that they're, you know, mixed in better.
This wreath definitely screams summer.
It
for
does,
sure.
doesn't it?
It is all those bright, pretty summer colors.
I love this. One on the outside right there.
Look, I have one that was not secure, so.
Well,
But
see,
that is why
if
it's
you
important.
hadn't checked it, you wouldn't have known. That's exactly right.
So.
That is right.
And of course, if you're just making it for yourself, it's not as big of a deal. But if you're selling, you for sure want to make sure that things are secure in there.
Got one more little bud, so I am going to bring that right up in here just so that there's just a little cute thing right there.
Cute.
Yes, it is.
And you could add, you know, more ribbon if you wanted to throughout. You could add some tucks
pieces,
or loops or whatever. You know, if you wanted to, that would be cute too.
It would. It would. But there you go. There we go. Aren't they sweet and pretty? They just scream summer. And where did I put my little bees? We've got our cute little bees that we could add if we wanted to.
You could add
their summer.
A little butterfly.
A little butterfly would be cute. Yes, anything like that. Bee in there. With the other one. position, right? Better. I can't get it this way.
And then you can just twirl or twist your tails how you want.
Yes, however you want your tails. If you want them straight or curled, whatever you want. But there you go.
Right? Colorful.
Yes.
A perfect way to welcome your guests to your home.
It is. I may have to use this on my door.
This is a good one.
But there you go.
Okay, well, this has been fun, guys. I hope y'all have enjoyed this today.
This is our welcome summer wreath.
And we will get the link to the sign for you, so check the comments for that. Such a cute welcome sign.
Oh, they are.
That. And the sunflowers, they're from Amazon.
Yes.
Most of the other florals we use today are from the Greenery Market, which we will also try to link those for you as well.
Yep.
I hope y'all have enjoyed this one.
I hope so.
And y'all
that
give it.
Sign is so adorable.
It is. I love it. So y'all give this a try. It is. It is a full wreath. It does take a little more time than the crescent style, but it's definitely worth it.
It definitely is. So there we go. And like we said, Design with the Pros Club is open, and we would love to teach you all the little tricks and tips that we've got.
Yeah, so y'all come join us.
Yes, we'd love to have you in there with us. You can become a member of our family.
That's right. Well, we thank you so much for hanging out with us during this video. I hope you enjoyed this wreath. We have tons of other wreath tutorials that you can watch, as well as floral designs, table arrangements, swags, all kinds of stuff. So check out our YouTube channel, Grace Monroe Home. Please be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel and just click that little bell so you get notified when we release new videos.
That's right, because we usually have something new every week.
And check out our blog, gracemonroehome.com, where you can find the actual supply list for all of the projects that we do here on Flower Friday.
Yes, that's right. We try to make it as easy for you as we can.
Yep. All right, guys. Well, we thank you so much for joining us, and I hope that you have a wonderful weekend.
Bye, y'all.
Bye.